it's Savannah O'Gwyn from Savannah Land 2. Today I'm a bit late, and it's because I had a hoarse voice this weekend. Trav and I led worship, and I lost my voice. Singing is not easy when you don't have a voice. Everything worked out though, so praise the Lord. Today I want to share how I use Project Life journaling cards to create two similar cards. I just love to match my Paper Smooches stamps and dies with Project Life journaling cards. They make the cutest little creations. The sizes for the cards I'm making today are 3 inches by 3.5 inches, and they're super duper cute. So you can see here that I've just pulled out several different pieces, and I'm making one very modern and then one more romantic, I would call it. So I'm going to make my card base like I always do. And journaling cards have edges that, or corners that are curved. And so, well, let me just tell you what I'm doing right here real quick. I realized I cut my paper wrong, so I had to try and figure out what happened. I thought to myself, this is a bit crooked, and couldn't figure out why. Okay, so journaling cards usually have rounded corners, and sometimes I cut them off and sometimes I use them. And you can see on the first card, I used all the rounded corners except for one of them. I cut that off and it made it very blunt. And now I'm rounding the corners for the romantic card. So sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. So here are the two card bases, and I just love how they look with the little black design on the side. I pulled out some of my circle dies. I have my fingers crossed that Kim comes out with some circle dies. I just love them. She has the oval ones, love those, but I wanted a circle for this, so anyway. These 3 cards I pulled out because of those little itty bitty tags on them, and I've cut them out with my trimmer, and I'm just trying to decide which one will look best with the romantic theme. And I think because both of these cards are for anniversaries, I think it's going to say hashtag best day ever, so I think I'm going to keep that one. Now I'm just trying to decide on what dies I want to use and how I want to design my card. This is typical Sabbatical. And right here I pulled out the heart from the Documented Dies. I love that set. Used it for a project last week for Paper Smooches Sparks. Love, love, love it. And I love the little heart. And right there was the ampersands die set. Here's a fun fact. That was the very first die set that I bought for Paper Smooches, and I love it. 3 different ampersands, and it matches with the We Connect stamp set. Love, love, love it. Okay, fun fact. Back to my cards. I've decided that I'm going to use vellum on both of them, and so I'm going to die cut the pieces together. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm still deciding on the card design. I pulled out the Alpha Dot set because I wasn't sure if I wanted to use initials of my sister-in-law and brother-in-law for their card. So we'll see in a bit. But my design is coming along. These cards really do go fast once I figured out what I'm going to do. Again, typical Sabbatical. So anyway, for the left-hand side, I've decided that I'm going to go very modern, very clean, so I wanted to use all vellum. But I did, if you look to the side, I did cut, die cut a silver ampersand because I wasn't sure. But I think I'm going to go all vellum. We'll see. I did end up adding some silver twine thread, and it went really quick. I think I'm getting the hang of this thread stuff. And I just staple it on with the heart. So a simple element, but it just makes the card pop. I just love it. Super duper cute. Well, now I gotta mess with the thread a bit. Another typical Sabbatical kind of thing. Excuse me. So while I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do for that card, I'm gonna work on the other card. And I'm going to die cut the ampersand, and I've pulled out some of my letters from Basic Gray. They're super old, probably 2 or 3 years. I just love these mini alphas, and I use them only on special cards. So this is a very special card, and I'm going to use the initials of my friends and put it inside that vellum circle with the hot pink ampersand. I think that looks really cool. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I don't think I do anything else to that card. We'll see. I don't think. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Just moving the letters, and I'm going to attach everything using some glue. This card does go fast once I got it together. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. This card is actually for my friends, and they're celebrating 10 years of marriage, and they're going to renew their vows, so I wanted a very special card for them. Now I'm going to attach everything using glue again. Just on the vellum, I put the glue where the stickers and the ampersand are so that it still pops up. And then I use my little tool to lift up the little tag as well. And there it is. Super fun. I love it. Okay, so now I got to work on this card. Got to think. I know I want the initial... This card is for my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, and I want to put their initials on it. So I pulled out Alpha Dot. I said that earlier. And now I'm just trying to think. I've put removable adhesive on the back of one of the ampersands just so I have placement. And a fun thing I like to do is place my stamps where I want them, and then I'll use my stamp press to get them exactly where I want on the stamp press so that I don't have to continue to think about where to stamp. I don't know if that made any sense, so you might want to rewind and try and listen again. I'm almost positive that didn't make sense, but you see there that I pressed down and now my stamps are exactly where I want them. And I ink them up, I pull off my removable sticker, and now I'm going to emboss them using silver embossing powder. I just love how this card looks. The only problem is I cannot, for the life of me, think of what color of ampersand I want to use. I pull that journaling card over because I thought maybe I'd use the grayish kind of pattern paper with it, but I end up deciding, nope, we're going to go with the vellum. That was my original idea, and that's what we're going to do. And then I pull out my mini stapler, which I love, and I kind of freeze because I'm like, I don't know if I want to staple it down. Think, what should I do? And I go for it. I just staple it on there twice. And I really, really love how that looks. Super duper cute. And that's the end of my card. Well, the end of my 2 cards. And, oh, wait a minute. I totally forgot. You can see I pulled out my sewing machine. And I stitched across one of the cards, the one on the left. I stitched on that tag. I just wanted to add a little bit more. You'll see in the end photos, but that's the end. Super easy, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I also hope that you have been inspired to pull out some of your Project Life journaling cards and paper smooches, stamps, and dies to create smaller cards for friends and family. Please leave a comment below with a link to one of your creations, or link up to our Inspired by Virtual Smooches post. I'd love to check out your project. Thanks so much for watching, and happy anniversary to Candace and Ellen, and Tammy and Jason.